The distress beacon pierced through the void at 3:47 hours, a desperate pulse of electromagnetic radiation that shouldn't have existed this far beyond the Kuiper belt. Jenny Ackhaffer, medical officer aboard the salvage vessel Mendel's Dream, was the first to detect it. "Captain, we've got a Class 3 emergency transmission. Bearing 270, distance approximately 15,000 kilometers," Jenny said, his fingers dancing across the holographic interface. At 19, he was the youngest crew member, but his neural implants gave him processing speeds that rivaled the ship's tertiary AI. Captain Anna Volkov didn't hesitate. 20 years in deep space had taught her that hesitation killed. Plot intercept course. Time to target. 42 minutes at current thrust capacity. Anna's jaw tightened. The Mendel's Dream wasn't built for rescue operations. It was a mining vessel designed to strip asteroids of rare earth elements. But the Outer System Treaty was clear. All vessels capable of rendering aid must respond to distress calls. Acknowledged. I'm coming up. When they found the craft, Jenny's breath caught in his throat. The ship, if it could be called that, resembled no human design. Its hull was organic, a chitinous structure that seemed to breathe even in the vacuum. Massive rents had torn through its surface, exposing interior chambers that glowed with bioluminescent fluids rapidly crystallizing in the cold. "Life signs?" Anna asked. Jenny's implants interfaced with the sensor array, parsing quantum signatures that human eyes could never perceive. "1. Barely. Whatever it is, it's dying fast. Core temperature dropping below sustainable thresholds. Prep the airlock. We're bringing it aboard." The creature was massive, nearly 3 meters tall even in its collapsed state. Its exoskeleton shimmered with iridescent patterns that shifted through colors beyond human perception. 6 limbs ended in appendages that seemed to oscillate between hands and weapons. Most striking were the cranial crests, elaborate bone structures that framed a face both alien and somehow regal. Jenny had seen dozens of extraterrestrial species during his training on Europa Station, but nothing like this. "Captain, I don't have any biological protocols for this species in the medical database." "Then improvise," Anna said, helping him maneuver the unconscious alien onto the medical bay's adaptive table. "That's what separates good medics from dead ones." Jenny's hands moved with practiced efficiency, his neural implants running thousands of diagnostic scenarios per second. The alien circulatory system operated on principles that seemed to violate standard biochemistry. Its blood contained molecules that shouldn't remain stable outside of extreme pressure environments. 3 of its major vessels had been severed, and the hemorrhaging had left its tissues starved of oxygen, or whatever gas it breathed. "Nanite infusion isn't taking," Jenny muttered, watching his medical drones bounce off the alien cellular structure. "Its immune system is rejecting everything. Captain, I need you to hold this vessel here." He guided Anna's hands to a pulsing artery the diameter of her wrist. "Apply exactly 47 newtons of pressure. My implants will guide you." For 6 hours they worked. Jenny's enhanced nervous system allowed him to perceive chemical reactions in real time, adjusting his approach moment by moment. Anna followed his instructions precisely, her steady hands never wavering even as fatigue toxins built up in her muscles. The alien's wounds were not random. Jenny recognized combat trauma when he saw it, precision strikes meant to incapacitate rather than kill quickly. Whoever had attacked this creature had known exactly where to cut. "These injuries are surgical," Jenny said quietly. "This was an assassination attempt." Anna's expression remained neutral. "Not our concern. We patch it up, drop it at the nearest coalition station, file our report, and collect our humanitarian credit. The politics are above our pay grade." At hour 7, the alien's eyes opened. They were compound structures, each containing thousands of microlenses that refracted light in impossible geometries. They fixed on Jenny, with an intensity that made his threat assessment implants spike warnings directly into his visual cortex. "Easy," Jenny said, his voice calm despite his racing heart. "You're safe. You're aboard the salvage vessel Mendel's Dream. I'm Jenny, medical officer. Can you understand me?" The alien's mandibles clicked, a sound like breaking glass. Then, impossibly, it spoke in perfect English, its voice resonating from organs Jenny couldn't locate. "You saved me." "We're still working on that," Jenny said, applying a synthetic membrane to seal another wound. "Your biology is unlike anything in our databases, but your vital signs are stabilizing." The alien's gaze shifted to Anna, who stood at a respectful distance, her hand resting casually on the plasma cutter at her belt, not threatening but ready. "You command." "I'm the captain, yes, Anna Volkov." Those impossible eyes studied her for a long moment. I will call myself Gentara. It is close enough to sounds your vocal apparatus can produce." "Honored to meet you, Gentara," Anna said. "Can you tell us what happened?" "Betrayal," Gentara said simply. "Political rivals. They will come to confirm my death. You should leave me. Take your vessel far from this place." "Not happening," Jenny said, his fingers working to stabilize another failing organ system. "I didn't spend 7 hours keeping you alive just to space you." Something that might have been amusement flickered across Gentara's alien features. "You are brave, small healer, or foolish." Over the next 3 days, as Jenny continued his treatment, Gentara proved to be a surprisingly agreeable patient. Jenny had confirmed the sex through careful biological analysis, answered their questions about her physiology, allowing him to develop more effective treatments. She asked questions about human culture, seemingly fascinated by their primitive technology and fragile biology. "Your species traverses the void in metal shells," Gentara observed, her wounds now sealed with biosynthetic grafts that Jenny had engineered specifically for her cellular structure. "No natural shielding against radiation, no ability to enter hibernation stasis. How do you survive?" "Stubbornness," Anna said dryly, "and good engineering." "And luck," Jenny added, "lots of luck." Gentara's mandibles clicked in what Jenny had learned to recognize as laughter. "Perhaps there is wisdom in fragility. It teaches caution." On the 4th day, as they approached the Coalition station at Titan, 3 ships appeared on their sensors. They were of the same organic design as Gentara's destroyed vessel, but larger, bristling with weapons that registered on the Mendel's Dream's threat assessment systems as catastrophically dangerous. "Captain Anna Volkov," a translated voice crackled across all frequencies. "You harbor the criminal Gentara. Surrender her immediately and you will be compensated for your trouble, refuse, and your vessel will be disintegrated." Anna's hand moved to the communications panel, but Gentara rose from the medical bay table, fully healed now, moving with liquid grace that seemed to defy the ship's gravity. "I must speak with them," she said. "Like hell," Jenny said. "You're still recovering." But Gentara was already at the communications console. She spoke in her native language, a cascade of clicks and resonances that made the Mendel's Dream's hull vibrate. The response from the attacking ships was immediate and shocked. The translation came through fractured and confused. "Impossible, the Queen, the undefeated, we were told, forgiveness, mercy." Gentara continued speaking, her voice carrying an authority that transcended language. The attacking ships powered down their weapons, then executed precise maneuvers that Jenny's military training recognized as formal salutes. When Gentara turned back to face them, something fundamental had changed in her bearing. "I apologize for the deception, Captain Anna Volkov, healer Jenny Akafer. I am Gentara Kelvarith, Queen Paramount of the 17 Dominions, undefeated in 347 battles. The greatest warrior our species has produced in 12 generations." Jenny's mouth opened, then closed. Anna's expression remained neutral, but her knuckles whitened on the edge of the console. The assassination attempt was orchestrated by my own advisors, Gentara continued. They believed I had grown weak, too willing to pursue peace with other species. They did not understand that true strength lies not only in the ability to destroy, but in the wisdom to choose when not to. She approached Jenny, towering over him, and carefully extended one clawed hand. You treated me not as a queen or a warrior, but as a patient who needed care. You risked your lives for a stranger, asking nothing in return. This is a strength my people have forgotten. Jenny took her hand carefully. We're just a salvage crew, Your Majesty. We answered a distress call. Just, Gentara repeated, and again that clicking laughter. Perhaps that is the greatest strength of all. Before she left, Gentara transferred to the Mendel's dreams accounts a sum that would let Anna and Jenny retire comfortably for 3 lifetimes. More valuable, she left them with navigation codes to safe passage routes through territories that had been hostile to human vessels. You have made an ally today, Gentara said, and perhaps taught an old warrior that there are forms of power she had overlooked. Jenny watched the alien ships depart, their organic hulls shimmering as they transitioned to faster-than-light travel. Did we just perform surgery on the most dangerous being in the galaxy? Anna allowed herself a small smile. You did. I just held the blood vessels. Think she meant all that, about strength and wisdom. I think, Anna said thoughtfully, that we're very lucky she was too injured to kill us when we first brought her aboard, and I think she knows it too. Jenny laughed, the tension finally breaking. Good thing I'm a good medic then. The best, Anna agreed. Now let's get to Titan. We have about 1,000 forms to file, and somehow I don't think Rescued Alien Queen is going to be in the drop-down menu. As the Mendel's dream continued its journey, Jenny looked out at the stars. The same stars that Gentara ruled over, that his ancestors had dreamed of reaching. In the end, perhaps it didn't matter if you were the strongest warrior in the galaxy or just a medical officer on a salvage ship. What mattered was what you did when someone needed help. And that, Jenny thought, was a universal constant worth believing in.